رسولنا وحبيبنا آخر وخاتم الأنبياء محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. صلى الله عليه وسلم.
صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Alright guys, alhamdulillah, inshallah everybody's doing well. Let's renew intentions really quickly. Alright, remember, every gathering, Ahmed, we're glad you can make it. Close the circle, make it nice and formulate. Ahmed, back up one little scoop. There you go. Alhamdulillah that Allah has bestowed on us to experience Ramadan again. And we are in those blessed nights, those last 10 nights. But first and foremost, have you guys all taken my advice and checked that weakness that you guys have had this month?
Which one?
Check the weakness on your
Oh, weakness. Exactly, said weakness.
Have you guys found your own weakness? Have you found your own lower ego, right? النفس الأمارة بالسوء. Have you guys found what we guys weak at? Have you guys been working on it? I don't want you guys to tell me what it is. All I'm going to ask, so how have you been working on it? So really quickly, just left to right, how have you been working on your weakness? Don't tell me what the weakness is. I don't want to know. Between you and Allah Ta'ala. But everybody nodded when they said, has anybody not identified a weakness? Has anybody not identified a weakness? I know you haven't seen this, right? But has anybody not identified what they're weak at? Okay, so everybody identified, yes? Let me hear you. Resounding yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to know what you are doing individually, really quickly, with how you are addressing that weakness.
What have been that I've been focusing more on Islam and my surroundings and correlating it with around Islam and what am I doing
How you correlate? How you?
Right. During the day, I talk about our family about Islam.
Is that stopping you or helping you overcome your weakness? Okay, I'm done.
Patience. Learning how to listen.
So how do you practice patience?
Listening now instead of speaking.
Okay, you're working hard. You're actively working on listening first. MashaAllah.
Avoiding all things. Yeah, myself too.
I like
Anything that's connected to it.
so identifying what that issue is, anything that's connected to it, trying to remove those things that will take you down. MashaAllah, excellent. Okay, Uthman.
Sleeping early to wake up for faith.
Okay, you've been sleeping early?
During Ramadan, no. I stay up all night.
So the objective was to identify something you have an issue with.
No, I'm saying like after Ramadan or before Ramadan.
Well, that's what you're going to do. Okay,
Yeah.
finish on. Okay. Ahmed? So you're also identifying that you want to listen more to attack what you're weak at. Okay. Alhamdulillah. You're going to pass up, inshallah. Go ahead. Uthman, inshallah, just listen. If you want to join anything, Uthman, just let us know, okay? Ahmed.
Like what Lam said, like sleeping.
Even earlier?
Yeah.
Everything was budget, right? Okay. Hamad?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't done anything productive besides reading Quran. That's it.
Did you identify a weakness of yours?
I think, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Okay, I need you to either by Sunday. I want you to come to me and tell me that weakness if you're comfortable with that. Okay? And we'll address it together. Ahmed, do you know what we have to do?
No.
So Ramadan, the devils are chained up, right? So the devils are chained up. Does that mean we're free and we're not gonna make any sins? We're not gonna do anything wrong? So what's there leading us down a dark path? If the Satan and his armies is chained up, what takes you down that dark path? Your bad habits, yourself, right? So the question was, what negative or what bad habit, or what something that you are trying to overcome that you have identified as a weakness? Think about that. Come back right to you.
Like, okay, I found my weakness, and then like I know how to overcome it. So I've been doing what it takes to overcome my weakness.
it takes. So can you name one thing what it takes to overcome it that you can share with us, or you don't want to share it? It's up to you if you don't want to share it. But can you share something? One of those.
Like I just push myself harder to do what it takes. You know, like if I got to do this to work this out, I'll just push myself more.
Okay.
Like,
All right. For me, it's busying myself when I'm alone with da'wah, reading material, Quran, right? When I find that, and then also when I enter any kind of alone surrounding, right? I always make sure to say I send my greetings to the malaika, assalamu alaykum wa ibadallah as-salihin, right? And I ask Allah during my dua as well to help me overcome that weakness, right? And right? Or help me achieve, or help me with my weakness. Okay? Alright, Ahmed, you want to share? Did you come up with something or not yet? Okay. Alright, that's inshallah. I want to just really quick go to Surah Al-Hadid. Everybody go to Surah Al-Hadid, which is, it's Surah number 57. Ayah number 16. Surah number 57. We don't have to read Quran. This isn't a halaqah per se. You guys want to read an ayah each for the barakah of it, or you guys want to just go into it? Read it? Okay.
Surah 57.
Surah number 57, Surah Al-Hadid. The iron. Osman, you know how to read? Arabic or no? You want to read some of the translation?
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you have Quran on your phone?
Daddy,
Yeah.
Mama took the red card.
She took the red card.
He did.
And left you?
Left us.
Really? Did City leave?
No. Only you, me.
Maybe she went to get somebody.
nah.
We're here?
57.
With the other Senate.
Right back. Okay, thank you for letting me know.
Wait, well, one second.
Surah Al-Hadid, Surah number 7, ayah number 16. Alright, go ahead. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. هواي يا أخي. ما شاء الله جزاك الله خير. ما شاء الله. Thank you.
Wait, what? You said what's the
57, 16. ما شاء الله. You want that? What's up?
What? What I
The
want?
big bag. You want to save that? You guys want to open it?
ayah number what?
16.
16?
Alright, yeah, we're doing Quran. Wait later. Ready? Number 16. I'll hold it right off the wall. Off the wall, please. Thank you.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم يأن للذين آمنوا أن تخشع قلوبهم لذكر الله وما نزل من الحق ولا يكونوا كالذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبل فطال عليهم الأمد فقست قلوبهم كثير منهم فاسقون.
We'll come back, okay? Let me hear you a little bit louder. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yuh. It's a little hard. That's a ya with a kasra, so yuhyi. Yuhyi. أرض. Uh-huh. Good. Uh-huh. 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 Oh, you know, good job. Good job. Okay, keep it up. Man.
إن المصدقين والمصدقات والقارض
لا لا مصدقات وقرضوا
وقرضوا الله قرضا حسنا يضاعفه يضاعف لهم ولهم أجر كريم.
هم الصديقون. صديقون. Osman, you have Quran? You have digital Quran? Okay, I need you to get up, find one in English over here. Find one in English here. I'm gonna have you read one translation. I'll help you find it. Faraz, can you help him find an English Quran? Thank you. Have a Jahi. Go ahead.
علموا أنما الحياة الدنيا ولهو وزينة وتفاخرون بينكم وتفاخرون في الأموال والأولاد كمثل بيت أعجب الكفار تبثه ثم يهج فتره مصفرا ثم يكون ثمن وفي الآخرة عذاب شديد ومغفرة من الله ورضوان وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور.
Can you help us find where we are? Number 21. Go ahead.
سابقوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم وجنات أرضها كأرض السماء والأرض أعدت للذين آمنوا بالله ورسوله ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم.
Very good. Ahmed, you want to try?
لكي لا يأسوا على ما فاتكم ولا تفرحوا بما آتاكم والله لا يحب كل مختال
الذين يبخلون ويأمرون الناس بالبخل ومن يتولى فإن الله هو الغني الحميد. So between Khalif and Osman, you want to start translation with number 16. Do like 3 ayahs, 16 to 19.
So yes, you're going. Has not the time come? 16. Yeah. Huh?
Has the time not yet come for you to be humble after being relent to God and what has been the truth and not be like those giving extra truth of God. Those who spoil the souls that they are and many of them are still rebellious.
Good.
Know that God will guard the earth after its death. We have certainly made the signs so perhaps you will understand the deeds those men and women who appear in journeys and went to God a good one who have it most abundantly and
Okay, drink this one.
Martyrs have their reward. Have their reward. As for those who disbelieve over just outside, it is they who will be the residents of the hellfire.
Excellent, good job. I need to read the rest until up to 23.
Older edition. I got a lot of E's in here.
Yeah, that's good. It's fine. That's fine.
Know ye all that the life of this world is displayed.
Listen, guys, this is very important.
Adornment and ritual boasting, flying and robbery among yourselves, riches and children. Here is a simulated reign in the growth, which it begins forth the light, the hearts of the pillars. Soon it withers, thou wilt see it grow yellow, then it becomes dry and crumbles away. But in the hereafter is a chastisement severe for the devotees of wrong, and forgiveness from Allah and His good pleasure for the devotees of Allah. And what is the life of this world but good and cattle of deception?
Cattle of deception, this world. Listen to this next ayah. Listen to this.
Be ye foremost in seeking forgiveness from your Lord, in a garden of bliss, the width whereof is as the width of heaven and earth. Prepare for those who believe in Allah and His Messenger. That is a grace of Allah, which He bestows upon whom He pleases. And Allah is the Lord of grace abundant. You know?
Yeah, come on.
No misfortune can happen on earth or in your souls, but is recorded in the book before we bring them into existence. That is truly easy for Allah, in order that ye may not despair over matters that pass you by, nor exult over favors bestowed upon you. For Allah loveth not any vainglorious boasters. Such persons are as are Kolia, and command
Covetousness,
to men, and if any turn back from Allah's way, verily Allah is free of all needs, worthy of all praise.
Excellent. Alright, so I picked this Surah Al-Hadid, right? Because it really helps you understand the gravity of what the time that we're in. Okay? So really quickly, listen, I'm going to give you my take on it, right? My quick relation. So, it has not the time yet come for those who believe that their hearts should be humble, yakhsha, or tazkiyah, this purification. The whole point of Islam, right, is to purify your heart, to help you guard it against that lower ego of yours, as well as against all the obstacles, including sin that's out there, right? When your heart is salim, the rest of you is salim. All the Rasul tells us, when there's one, he goes, I tell you about a piece of flesh that's inside the body. If it's corrupt, then the whole body is corrupt. If it's solid and pure, then the whole body is solid and pure. And that's the heart. So it's the organ, but it's not really the organ, right? We say this is where the heart is. We say this is where the soul resides. It's our inner soul. It's who we are. Your character, right? You need to be able to have khushu', tazkiyah, ability, listen to me, very important guys, we struggle with this during Salah and stuff, to focus on what is happening. Why are we praying? Why do we pray? Can anybody answer that? Okay, but why? What is the whole thing of the prayer? Huh?
Worship Allah.
To get closer to Allah.
Because Allah tells us.
How? How is how's that? Okay, we're talking about sujood today, right?
Yeah.
When you start to understand what you're doing, Allah, you are stopping your whole day that nobody else in this world does, in essence, right? How many people do you know who are not Muslim that actually stop and pray? Outside of Muslim. Who stop and literally pray, who are not Muslim. Like who actually have a pause in their day scheduled.
Not scheduled, but I know Christians who just like stop there.
Is a schedule. Or they just do it because they need it. That's different. All of us wonder, oh my God, God help me, please God help me, oh my God, I'm gonna hit. And then all of a sudden when things are good, do they actually have a time where they come back and do it? Oh, that's fine, he's legit. He's legit answer. Yeah, only Sundays, once a week. Once a week. Is that our nature? Our most people who are outside of the fold of Islam, are they reactive or proactive in dealing with this world?
Reactive.
Reactive. They're reactive.
Like the only
Things are happening that are bad, that's when they go to Allah. Things that are, oh my God, God, please have it. They're about to die, oh my God, please. Even the atheists. Oh God, if you're there, I am sorry. Fir'aun, right? He did this, he was like, oh, I'm not gonna let this guy, this tribe, are slaves, right? That's who the people of Moses and his people were. They were Fir'aun's slaves. I'm not gonna let these slaves be better than me. When he's finally drowning, he's then finally, after God sent him all types of afflictions to the Fir'auni people. He sent them blood in the river, frogs, diseases on their skin. He made all of their kids, children, or boys die. God made all this happen, and yet he still didn't believe. He's finally now dying. He's in the water, drowning. Okay, I believe in the God of Moses. What's God's response? Oh, now you come. Oh, Al-an. God says, Al-an to Pharaoh. You coming? No, man. That ship is sailed. You're done. I'm going to make an example of you, Pharaoh. مثلا لجميع العالمين. He made an example of him so we can understand.
By preserving his body, right?
No. The story is here. His body is preserved. Pharaoh's
body preserved?
No, I thought his body still was.
No, he drowned, bro. The water washed him out. He's gone. There
There
are pharaohs.
No, they still have his body.
Huh?
They don't know which pharaoh it is.
Yeah, they have pharaohs who are preserved. Right? You don't know if that's the Pharaoh that's.
But I heard something.
Ramses is preserved.
Wait,
Ramses.
Water.
Yeah, he's done.
Okay,
bro.
I don't know which one I heard.
never know
I thought it was
Pharaoh,
but he said I'm gonna keep it as an example or something.
Yeah, but not his physical body.
Oh, okay.
His example lies here in the stories. People knew that story. You think when the Jews, guys, focus, guys, we got like 3 more minutes. I'm gonna be really quick here. Do you think the Jews who saw this happen didn't carry that story forever? Right? They talked about that forever. His story, his case is known to Muslims and non-Muslims alike. And Allah reminds us in the Quran about his story, right? So now, it's coming, so I'm going to get to this, right? So, has not time come for you, those who believe that their hearts should be humble for the remembrance of Allah and what has come down of the truth. They should not be like those who were given the book before, but the time became prolonged to them, so their hearts hardened, and most of them are transgressors. So who's Allah talking about here? Christians, Jews, anybody who came before that received the book. Their hearts hardened because they stopped with the prayers. They stopped with the reminders, with the purification of the heart, with the khushu'. You don't go to Allah in absolute desperate times of need. You go to Allah every time because Allah tells you you are a mistake-prone creature and you need to do this to stay pure. But you gotta focus. Right? What am I doing? What are these? Allah, what is sujood? What is ruku'? What is all this? Right? So understand that this is part of how we keep our hearts pure. And these next 9 nights, right? Very important to understand this concept about these nights. We are not able, even with the prayers, the 5 prayers, the zakah that purifies us, all this that's set up, we are not built to last the whole year without going into this reboot. We're not built. We can't survive it. Our hearts, even that, will still go astray. You end up skipping prayers, you'll end up going to prayers and not even paying attention. You end up going out of the fold of Islam and a'yadu billah. Allahumma wa la tazigh qulubana ba'da ma idh hadaytana. Oh God, please do not tazigh qulubana, have our hearts hardened after, if indeed you have made us believers. Because that happens. That happens. Yeah, you think you're good. But you guys can talk. Come on, guys. You guys can talk the whole night. Listen. This is serious talk, bro. I'm getting like dead ass serious right now. Right? None of us are safe. I'm not safe. You're not safe. We may not die as Muslims. If we don't die as Muslims, what happens to us? We got a hellfire waiting. And to imagine a hellfire, I can't even explain it, right? But the worst thing is a believer who spends all of his life doing good, and then he goes in, like the people in the book he talks here, Then he just skips Ramadan, gets busy with work, something distracts him, or all of a sudden the hayat pulls him left and right, and then his heart gets hardened. And then all of a sudden, you know what, maybe I was wrong about Islam. Maybe there is no afterlife. It's happened. This is serious. This is a dead serious case. Without Ramadan, you are suspect to that happening to you. Without understanding what lesson you have in these nights, you are suspect to that happening. Understand. Give it your all. Yes, all right, you're going to make a pray. Have the resting after suhoor is fine, right? But at night, you're doing it together. This isn't a party place. I want you guys to work on you and him. How do I get better? How do I please you? Help me be successful in this life and in the hereafter. That's got to be our dua. Right? Whatever it is. I think I got to be proud to be good. I got to make the money. I got to make the money. Well, maybe money is bad for you, and you don't know it. Maybe you'll become one of those arrogant rich people who look down on people. Do you know if that's not going to happen to you? Do you ask Allah to protect you from that, bro? No. Okay. That's what he's saying. As to those who was given to the people of the book before time. But the time became prolonged to them, so their hearts hardened, and most of them are transgressors. Know that Allah gives life to the earth after its death. Now he talks about him. Know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who creates and gives everything life. He is your creator. Right? He is capable of everything. We can't imagine how he looks, but we can imagine what he's capable of based on the 99 names that we spoke about in one of the halaqas. Right? Alright? Indeed. Indeed, we have made communications clear to you that you may understand. The blessing of the Quran that you guys are all holding. It's a blessing. He's talking about some deep stuff, bro. Like some stuff that blows your mind. But he made it in a simple language that all of us can understand. That's the miracle of this thing. Nobody's been able to replicate it because it's created by the Almighty. And as far as those who believe in Allah as possible, these it is that are the truthful and the faithful ones in the sight of their Lord. They shall have their reward in their light. And as for those who disbelieve and reject our communications, these are the inmates of the hell. You understand that? This one is very important. Know that this world's life is only sport and play. This life is what? What does that mean?
It's nothing.
It's an attraction. It's a go out there, you can have a ton of blast, right? Know that this life is worldly play. And here's an important word, right? وَتَفَاخُرٌ بَيْنَكُمْ. Right? The word is different in all your books. Tafakhur. What's tafakhur? No, that's not competition. That's the next ayah. That's the next ayah. Tafakhur is kibriya, is I'm him. Tafakhur. Right here. He's mocking those I'm him. It's right there, right in front of you. Arrogance. Tafakhur. So this world is nothing but life and play and arrogance, gaiety, and boasting amongst yourselves. Boasting amongst yourselves. In one of my master's classes, right, one of the students like, because I don't understand, why is this so hard? Why are all these uncles, why is everybody out there going and marrying other wives? Why is everybody just getting the next, they're all been quick to get the next cars? I'm like, what are they talking about? What are these ammos and uncles talking about? If you're in a circle, that's talking about, man, I just married my second wife. Yeah.
I'm on my third one.
Oh, you're on your third?
Yeah.
How is that like? How do you keep them without killing each other?
So one day,
So it's gonna happen. Do you understand? So now that's the talk. So what's gonna happen? The guy's gonna end up getting. It's gonna be a tefach. It's a race. But when you're talking about what's happening in the afterlife, is that gonna be concerning us? Getting a second, third wife?
No.
Is getting that next model Benz gonna be the next? Or is it, what are we supposed to be doing in this world? How do we protect ourselves? I'm coming to a very important area, which is coming up next. Let me finish this one, right? And vying in the multiplication of wealth and children, right? Vying in the multiplication, right? You're boasting about vying about wealth and children. That's what this word. Now Allah gives you an example. He's like the rain, which causes the vegetation to grow. pleases the husbandman. Oh my God, look at this beautiful girl. Look at this is great, right? Then it withers away, that you will see it become yellow. Then it becomes dried up and broken down. That's this life. It might look good to you. My car, my house, my trophy wife, my kids. Here, come here, let me smack one around, right? But Allah tells you this is all going to wither away. Just like that plant, just like that garden that I gave you water, it looks beautiful. When it gets yellow, dries up, and breaks apart. That's this world. God's giving you an example of what this life is about. Hereafter, okay. Then it becomes dried up and broken down, and the hereafter is a severe chastisement, and also forgiveness from Allah. But in this world's life is naughty, but means of deception. So in spite of all that, there's still forgiveness. If you sit there and forget, there's always forgiveness. Okay? Now, this is what you were talking about. سابقوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم. Race. Hasan was the word that was used. Sabiqu is what? What's the sabiq? Musabaqa. Race. God's telling you, yeah, compete. You want to compete? Yeah, compete with one another. Race against one another. And what? Wait. So race to forgiveness from your Lord and to a garden, the extensiveness of which is the extensiveness of the heaven and the earth. Heaven. Its size is way bigger than anything you know on this earth. It is prepared for those who believe in Allah and His Apostle. That is grace of Allah. He gives it to whom He pleases, and Allah is Lord of mighty grace. So you want to race? Race to forgiveness from your Lord. Race to what? Forgiveness. Remember how we talked about even after we did prayer? What are we doing as soon as we salam? Astaghfirullah. How are you asking for forgiveness after you just spent 10 minutes connecting to your Lord? Because we are going to still make mistakes no matter what. So you race each other to forgiveness from Allah. How do you do that? How do we forgive? How do we get to seek forgiveness? By doing good. By donating, by setting up food pantries, by ordaining what is good and forbidding what is evil. There's many ways. Race. Have Farhan. Look at Uthman. Oh my God, he just went out and started a food pantry. I can do something like that. Why does he get all the glory? Right. We talk about that. That can get toxic too, where you're jealous of it, right? But jealous for what? You're jealous because you know what? This is a good thing he's doing. Or you're jealous of him getting all people talking all really nice about Uthman. He's leading he's the man setting up. Is it because you want people to say you're doing it, or are you doing it because Allah's noticing it? Right? Okay. There's another one. No evil befalls on the earth, nor in your own souls, but it is in the book before we bring it into existence. Surely that is easy for you. Everything that's happened to you, no matter how bad it is, happened to people before you. Nations that came and rose and got wiped out, drowned, earthquake, stoned to death. Right? Thamud, we got Fir'aun, we got Qawm Nuh, we got Qawm Lut. No affliction that happened to you, that's happened to you, that you won't find in here. Right? Understand that. Whatever you're going through, it's happened to people before. And God's given them those that, there are good stories of people. So Qawm Dawood, right? Dawood, he led his people into grace. Musa, right? Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, right? So you got stories of good communities who understood what Allah was telling them about purification of the heart, tazkiyat al-qalb, and nations that did not and rejected that message. So these stories are there. No matter what you're going through, starts here. Ask for forgiveness. Ask Allah for that help. Tawakkul, right? That's a word, Osman, we learned way back when we started this halaqah. Dependence on Allah. Understand that you're not in control of anything. You are not in control of anything. That's right. The only thing you're in control of is you going down the bad road. God will let you have it. You want a good road, you got to go ahead. It's that simple. Two more ayahs. Okay. Last ayah. So that you may not grieve for what has escaped you, nor be exultant at what He has given you. And Allah does not love any arrogant boast. Right? So once you go to him, understand that, okay, everything, the Rasul's been worse, gone through worse. People have gone through worse. Let me come aboard, okay. So that you may not grieve. Once you understand, it's pity. Petty is the word, actually. It's petty. Really. Everything we go through is petty. I don't care if you lost a son. I don't care if you just lost a dad. It's petty. Because why? What do we say when we have an affliction? What do we say when we have an affliction that happens to us? Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. He lost a son. Is he really lost? Where did he go? He went to the Almighty. Are you going to join him? Hopefully together in Jannah. But this world's nothing, bro. It's petty. It really is petty.
Wait, you're not feeling
Now you feel emotional. Rasul cried when he lost his son. This is emotional attachment. The emotions are attached. When your brain understands, you don't feel it's hopeless. You understand that I'm gonna meet this child of mine in heaven. I'm gonna meet my mom in heaven. Let me do my best. What can I do to prove that? You understand it's nothing. It's just a journey. We're hanging out by a palm tree right now. Palm tree on the way to heaven. It's just a rest stop on the way to heaven. I'll end it there. That was deep. I know, but I wanted to wake you guys up, man. I really want you guys strong and hard these next 9 days. Because you'll find me here. We'll have maybe a couple more talks. Nothing crazy. But I'm going to be spending, when I come back, inshallah, a lot of my time doing my Quran, working on me. Because I need it. I've been doing this for a while, this I'tikaf thing, and my mom hate it. They actually don't like me leaving. My wife starts to understand. My mom still not so much, right? Why you gotta leave us? I don't understand. All the other guys are staying at home. Like, yo, Rasul did it. Rasul forsook his family. Abandoned his family. Not abandoned, he took care of everything before he left, right? So you take care of everything, everything's good. Hopefully it's gonna last a few days. Allah, I gotta work on me. Work on you. Work on you. You got the Quran in your hands. You got questions. You got me here. You got the Sheikh here. You got online. You got tons of resources. Internet, man, it's a beautiful thing. It's tons of answers. Anything you're going through, anything you have a question about, it's there. It's a little muddy sometimes, so be careful. Sometimes you're going down a not, a Sunni path that you come down when you look up stuff online. But learn to identify what's right, what's not. Learn and identify those who are speaking, who are the authors, who are these imams, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm here, bro. I can be, inshallah, your big bro when it comes to all this stuff as well. So work on yourself. That's it.
One more thing. Can you give can you give a good definition of Laylatul Qadr? Like, what are the good signs of Laylatul Qadr?
Good signs of it, like how you know that they're experienced. There are.
If it's raining.
No, that's right. Listen, you don't know until there are the best way that they say is by looking after every night to see if you can look at the sun directly and not see rays without having to do this. If you can look at the sun, there's no rays. They're saying that's the best sign that it was Laylatul Qadr. But you know what? In the end, when I tell you Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he did not know. He knew, but then he forgot. Allah made him forget it. Why?
Of course, because if we knew it, we'll just pay attention on that one day.
Allah wants what from us? To strive.
Didn't he say he fell asleep?
To a lot of unknowns. Right? Understand that?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, so that's one of the signs. Other signs, including your heart is going to feel more tranquil. There are other signs, but I don't get into the signs. I just know that I don't know when it's going to be. And I come to the masjid as much as I can. I spend my nights up when I can, right? Work it out. Okay, questions? Other questions?
What should your goals in life be?
Goal in life is to please Allah.
Yeah.
Number one, right? Is how do you know that you please Allah?
When you made it to Jannah.
That's in the end. You hope, right? In the end, you never know if you actually are truly successful, but there are signs that you're on the right path, right? But in the end, if you're doing what Allah tells you, by the Quran, right? That's how you know you're achieving it, right? So, one blessing of Islam. Talk to Eduardo. you feel something that many people don't have. It's a sakina, a tranquility that comes upon the heart. And more.
Got busy right now.
And
He had a lot of
He's
right? So if that tranquility feeling doesn't exist and you just don't know what life is about and you're confused and this life sucks kind of a deal, then you got to check yourself. You got to like, all right, what am I doing wrong? I'm not getting it, right? But your ultimate job, your ultimate goal of this life is to know that you're returning to Him and to do what He's telling you to do, right? And to depend on Him. That's it. Actually, when you depend on Allah, you're there. When you learn, and this is not easy, to know that Allah is going to be in control of all of your affairs, every single thing, from sleeping to waking up from sleep, to who you end up getting married to how many kids you're going to have, to what kind of car you're getting blessed with, what kind of house you're getting blessed with, what kind of job you're getting blessed with. He's in control of all those affairs, every single thing from A to Z. Your part is to continue to strive to get done, be successful in something that you're passionate about, that you're good at, right? All of us understand what we're good at, whether we got a math brain, whether we got a science brain, whether an art brain, whatever, right? And go down that path. So, you trust it, right? You go in there, okay, well, you need to provide for your family, right? That is a worship. Allah tells you as a man, you are going to have to take care of your family. So you have to strive to find a halal job that you're passionate about that's going to allow you the time to do worship. Working in the bar. Yeah. Owning a liquor store.
I heard he's working in the bank. I heard.
Certain banks. In the end, that's a difficult answer. I'll let the scholars answer that one. But if you are in the business of using your own personal money to invest in riba and take out riba, then that's haram.
Interest is mad interest. Trying to make that money.
Yeah, if you're selling interest loans for people to buy a car, that can be arguable.
I invest.
I don't listen. I'm not a shit, right? It's involved with
It's called
riba.
Wahid though. It's all halal investment.
Anyway, good question. So yeah, good question. Then how do I? All right, the question you need to answer these next 9 days.
You have like a worldly goal.
Yeah, you can have a worldly goal.
Like Allah gives you a goal.
There's a worldly goal. It can be achieved. You can strive to be happy here, not happy, content.
Because the only goal you have is just worldly. This degree, this job. That's why
This job again. Well, listen to how I framed it.
Yeah, but now you change your mindset.
But listen.
You use it.
Listen how I framed it.
Yeah.
Give me a job that's going to allow me to provide for my family, make me satisfied in this world, something I'm good at, right? I don't want to sit there. If I'm not a 9 to 5 guy where I'm going to be in front of a computer, I don't want that job. It's going to make me miserable, right? Give me something that's going to make me content, but at the same time, help me continue to worship you, right? I saw being a pilot, because so how much time some of them had off, because I wanted to do dawah. I saw there's a need for dawah, to go out there on the streets, which I started. It kind of, spun itself out a little bit, right? So inshallah, I'm like, I need more knowledge, which is why I'm doing the masters. My goal, inshallah, is to get back on the streets and be able to articulate this talk to Muslims and non-Muslims alike, huh? Yeah, bro. How's that? But I hit the streets.
What you eat?
Sheikh Hassan al-Banna. Did I mention this story? Sheikh Hassan al-Banna?
No.
Sheikh Hassan al-Banna is a famous sheikh from the 20s, 30s, right? He was in Egypt. He wasn't giving da'wah to non-Muslims. This bro walked into coffee shops, stood up on little stools, and started preaching Malcolm X. All right? That's what I want to do. Muslims and non-Muslims alike. And before Malcolm X, right? He goes, you guys, yeah, Muslimin, what are you doing? Wasting your time.
1920?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where?
In Egypt. This guy's in Egypt. Hassan al-Banna, look him up. Right? So, one student mentioned, I'm tired. We have no leaders. It's true. You don't have any legit leadership. Is there a shit? He goes, I don't want to follow Sheikh that's just locked up in a masjid. No offense to our thing. You need scholars to pass the knowledge. He goes, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam was a sheikh, but he was also out in the front with the battles. He was also at home taking care of the family. He was also out in the streets giving da'wah. He was also out there doing, playing middleman with the tribes. He was also out there giving talks at the community fairs. He was also the man going to the merchant market trying to do his business. Is that somebody you can follow?
Yeah.
Right? That's Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So yes, we may not have the scholars, but you know what? We have scholars who have knowledge, mashallah. We have activists. We got to try to find that medium. Push through. Inshallah, we get leaders, and we know the Mahdi. Allah promises us what? Islam will succeed. It will prevail. We know in the end, Mahdi comes. And we know when that time's coming. That means we still got to strive to fill that void in getting leaders. All of you are potential leaders. Why? How do I know? Because when I was your age, this didn't exist. You had 2 messages back when I grew up. This didn't exist. And those messages, they were all haram. You walk in there with like shorts. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, haram. That's how they preach, bro. He knows. Bro, this. What? Huh? Yeah. If you look at history, there's no hadith or anything that says that. I don't think, actually, there might be. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah. But bro, I'm telling you, going to this path too. Oh my God, it's the end of it. So there was none of this bumper. They thought the parents were going to raise you up, but the parents thought the message was going to bring you up. There was like a disconnect.
Well,
how I know, hang on, sorry to interrupt you. How I know that we're on a better path is you guys have this now. I trust all of you. I'm Tahmeed's going to be out there, sitting there, you know, and correcting people, correcting Shu, right? Osman's going to be joining us moving forward, inshallah. He's going to be the man up in the front, inshallah, moving forward, inshallah, all right? You got even Salim, who's been missing in action with his smile and his pretty good look, right? He's going to be out there. You guys are all leaders, man, in some way, in some capacity, right? We got to fill that void. Good.
Well, yeah. How did you guys, like, when it was Ramadan time, say you were out, how did you guys know it was Ramadan time?
When it was Ramadan time, when we out.
Alright, so they say you're not like, oh, you're away from home, right? How did you know that it was time to break your fast?
What do you mean? They had time. They're
Still
not
had
ancient time.
You had messages, you had calendars. That all existed.
So do you, I don't know, want to break your fast?
You had clocks, bro. We had watches.
No, I know that, but
We didn't have phones, right? So you didn't have anything that said Allahu Akbar, right? Is that what you're saying?
No.
We had little calendars.
You act like you're 1,000 years old.
You're gonna have to look at the sky like, oh, it's Maghrib time now.
No.
No, bro. I'm not.
You know they had computers, right? Like.
Yeah, I'm not.
Don't you get a scholar?
Why are you not? Alright, guys, let's close up, guys. We're having to come back. We're just close up with dua, inshallah.
Yeah, back you.
اللهم اجعلنا أن نشهد ليلة القدر إن شاء الله. اللهم اجعلنا أن نشهد ليلة القدر إن شاء الله. اللهم اجعلنا أن نشهد ليلة القدر إن شاء الله. اللهم اجعله من ميزاننا يوم الدين خير إن شاء الله. اللهم اجعل ليلة القدر من ميزاننا يوم الدين إن شاء الله. Oh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, please make Laylatul Qadr, the night of power, on our scale weighted. Have us witness it come judgment day, inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, help us, inshallah, achieve i'tikaf and get close to you. Oh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, please help us overcome our weaknesses. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, please help us overcome our weaknesses. Oh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, please help us identify and overcome our weaknesses, inshallah. Allahumma innaka afuwwun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna. Allahumma innaka afuwwun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna. Allahumma innaka afuwwun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna. Oh Allah, you are the pardoner who loves to pardon. Please pardon us. Pardon all of our faults and help us achieve your grace, your mercy, and your Jannah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك. نشهد ان لا اله الا انت والعصر الانسان لفي خسر الذين امنوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق. السلام عليكم. جزاكم خير, guys. Whoever's staying, please try to connect. Right? I'll be back at 2 inshallah for prayer. Do your thing, pray. Staying? You're not gonna even sleep.
Where are you going?
Huh?
Uzman.
You stay up and connect?
He's playing Valorant.
We should play
Among Us.
No.
Anybody need a ride? Huh? Oh, I gotta take my mom home.
We should play